The language curriculum for fifth graders in Florida is guided by the Language Arts Florida Standards, LAFS, and the benchmarks for excellent student thinking, BEST standards. Here are some key components. Reading standards for literature. Key ideas and details. Students learn to quote accurately from texts, determine themes, and compare characters, settings, or events. Craft and structure. They explore the meaning of words and phrases, including figurative language, and understand how chapters or scenes fit together. Integration of knowledge and ideas. Students analyze how visual and multimedia elements contribute to a text and compare stories in the same genre. Reading standards, foundational skills. Phonics and word recognition. Emphasis on applying grade-level phonics and word analysis skills to decode words. Fluency. Reading with sufficient accuracy and fluency to support comprehension. Writing standards. Text types and purposes. Writing narratives, opinion pieces, and informative texts with clear structure and development. Production and distribution of writing. Planning, revising, and editing writing with guidance. Research to build and present knowledge. Conducting research projects and using multiple sources to gather information. Speaking and listening standards. Comprehension and collaboration. Engaging in collaborative discussions, summarizing texts, and interpreting information presented in diverse media. Presentation of knowledge and ideas. Reporting on topics or texts, telling stories, and using appropriate facts and details. Language standards. Conventions of standard English. Demonstrating command of grammar, punctuation, and spelling. Knowledge of language, understanding how language functions in different contexts. Vocabulary acquisition and use, determining the meaning of unknown words and phrases, understanding figurative language, and using grade-appropriate academic vocabulary. These standards aim to develop critical thinking, reading comprehension, and effective communication skills in students. If you're interested in more, for pre-K students who are not native English speakers, the expectations in reading focus on foundational skills and language development. Here are some key areas. Language development. Listening and understanding. Students should be able to follow simple directions and understand basic vocabulary and phrases. Speaking. Encouraging students to use simple sentences and phrases in English, even if they mix in words from their native language. Reading readiness. Print awareness. Recognizing that print carries meaning, understanding the directionality of text left to right, top to bottom, and identifying basic parts of a book, cover, title, author. Alphabet knowledge. Recognizing and naming some letters of the alphabet, especially those in their own name. Phonological awareness. Playing with sounds in language, such as recognizing rhymes, clapping out syllables, and identifying the initial sounds in words. Comprehension and vocabulary. Story comprehension, understanding and retelling simple stories, answering questions about a story, and predicting what might happen next. Vocabulary development, learning new words through conversations, read-alouds, and interactive activities. Engagement with texts. Interest in books, showing interest in books and stories, choosing books to look at, and pretending to read. Interactive reading, participating in shared reading activities, pointing to pictures, and discussing the story. Support strategies. Visual aids, using pictures, gestures, and real objects to support understanding. Repetition and predictable texts, reading books with repetitive phrases and predictable patterns to build confidence and familiarity with language. Home language support, encouraging the use of the child's home language to build a strong foundation for learning English. These expectations aim to create a supportive and engaging environment that fosters a love for reading and builds essential language skills. If you need specific activities or resources to support a pre-K student's reading development, feel free to